Hey everybody, it's Maureen Bangle from the Hair Color Magic team, and I just wanted to do a Rock Your Reds reboot. So this video had a lot of hits and views on it a few years ago when I did it, and I wanted to redo it for you so it was a little bit cleaner. So how many of you love your Aveda Reds? Some of you? How many could use a little help with it? Today I want to give you a demo that I learned from my friend Jeffrey Scott about options for Aveda Reds. So here we go. Are you ready? We're going to be representing our natural series with Coke, intense base or clear bases with Sprite, and red pure pigment with red food coloring. So here we go. First we're going to do a 5 red. So I'm going to do all of my formula, so 40 grams, let's say, of my N series, and 1, 2, 3, 4 grams of red pure pigment. I'm going to stir that up for you, and you can start to see that red come through that natural series. For my bright formula, I am going to do half of my formula of Coke, so 20 grams of Coke, 20 grams of clear soda. So you start to see that neutral or natural base shear out. And because this is a bright formula, I'm going to add 8 grams of pure pigment. 7, 8. There we go. Go ahead and stir that up for you. You can see that red, the clarity of that red coming through more since we took some of our N series out. For intense, we're going to do just 10 grams of Coke and 30 grams of our clear soda. And again, we double our grams here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So remember, 2, 4, 6, 8, this is how we formulate for your standard formulas, but 4, 8, 12, 16, this is how we make our red scream. So you can see, you start to see again the clarity of that red coming through. For mid-lengths and ends, a great option is to use a clear base. What about 0N from Demi Plus or Universal 0N? Maybe even intense base to get rid of some brown out. And your tone, your pure tone or pure pigment, you can really start to see how clear that base is and how much that red comes out. I added red base to this demo because I think people are a little bit confused by it. It is not clear like intense base would be. Red base actually does have some tone to it. We can mix it, we can shear it out a little bit with shade 12 if we'd like for our lighter levels. And I'm going to add 8 grams to that. Again, you can use that on its own for your darker levels or shear it out with shade 12 for your lighter levels. And last but not least, I wanted to demo saturation. So when we do cellophanes in Hair Color Magic, for those of you who have done Hair Color Magic classes, imagine this one cellophane is 1 gram of red pure pigment. If I add 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 grams of red pure pigment, what starts to happen to the clarity, the reflection, and the depth of that tone? It starts to get a little bit more heavy. It starts to get a little bit darker. You may even experience a little bit of brownout over time. And I know as hairstylists, sometimes we like to think that if a little is good, more is better. Not necessarily. So I'm going to add some red pure pigment or food coloring to the bottom of my glass, and you can see it's actually very dark when it all collects in one spot. What if I just put that much pure tone or pure pigment into a formula? It may actually go a little bit too dark for me. So how do I make that color more vibrant, more sheer, and more reflective? I actually dilute it. You can see as I add more clear base, it gets more reflective, more vibrant, and brighter. So keep saturation in mind when you're formulating for your reds. And make sure that, like you said, you don't brown out those reds on your guests. Keep your reds nice and vibrant, nice and bright. Hopefully this answers some questions for you. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out, and we'll see you soon.